I don't even know what to do with myself. Like, I feel whole.
Oh, good.
I feel cringe. I'm gonna be so cringe and corny.
Good. No, that's fine. Take it away.
Me?
Yeah.
Are we doing it?
Yeah,
We're live?
We're recording.
Okay. Hello, White About It enjoyers. The moment we've all been waiting for is finally among us.
Welcome back. Rae said Among Us.
Among Us. I literally, right before we started this, I was like, dude, I feel like I'm actually too excited that you're back. And I feel like I'm, like my vibes are fucked. Because you've been going through a lot, obviously, which I'm excited to hear about. But we've missed you. Everyone's missed you. Everyone has been, every time I stream, people are always asking about you. People are always commenting, where's Cutie? Where's Cutie? And I'm like, oh my God, soon, soon. And it's here. It's finally here.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I haven't talked a ton about it. I'm probably not gonna, I don't know how much in detail I feel comfortable right now. Like anyway, like it's gonna take some time. But essentially I've been away. I went to a mental health facility and I've been there for the last month. I'm currently on a weekend pass right now, and this is exposure therapy. I've been doing some exposure therapy, for lack of a better term, and I hope there's respect enough to not sensationalize something as serious as mental health. But essentially I just had like a nervous breakdown. For lack of a better, they don't really use that term anymore. But that is pretty much what had happened. My nervous system is just gone. But we're working on it. As you can see, like even when I talk about it, I get like nervous. So I'm a different person now.
Oh.
But I'll be me again soon. And it'll be okay.
God.
But on the bright side, I'm very good at masking. And I can do my job, and I miss you, and I miss the audience, and I miss you guys. I'm very passionate about what we do. But I think like what's so important about mental health, and like I said, I don't know how much I'll talk about it. I'll probably do my own separate like video on my channel eventually. Or mostly because I'm scared of how much Rae gets clipped. So,
I've been doing better.
I know it's not your fault. No, oh my God, it's never been you are the victim. I would like to make that clear. You are the victim.
No, I cause my own problems.
But
I really do.
Well, yeah, well, both. But
all I have to do is talk less.
There's only so much you can do when there's like binoculars. Like you're just like a little gazelle out in a field, and there's like 20 binoculars like staring at you. So it's like,
yeah, they want me.
Yeah, they want you so bad. And so whine about it isn't like the safest place for me to like talk about it, which is fine. It's not your fault. It's just, just something that I've had to consider. But your nervous system becoming shot doesn't happen overnight. It's been years and years and years of like trauma that I haven't dealt with. I've been very like vocal about things that have happened to me on this podcast, like mental health wise, essentially like, just to trauma dump for a second, but I just like to bring everyone up to speed about like how something like this can happen to you or someone you loved. Like I've, was sexually assaulted from the ages 6 to 10. And then my parents had a very disgusting divorce. And then I was bullied all growing up, and then was in an abusive relationship. And then my mom died, and then I got swatted a bunch, and then there was AI porn, and then there was this, and something I've had through the majority of all of those things was my little guy.
We don't have to talk about it.
I don't think we won't. We're going to stop here. But losing something that is someone that is such a consistent foundation for your mental health, it's hard. And it does cause like a lot of things to come back up, like undealt with grief or coping mechanisms that you don't have outside of, because I think everybody in life, when things get hard, you have that thing that makes it better, right? Like whether that's going for a run, whether that's playing a video game, whether that's reading a book, whether that's calling a friend or whatever. And the thing that has made it better for me for 15 years, I lost. And that's like difficult. And so my world kind of just came crashing down around me in a way that I couldn't handle anymore. So that's why I do it. That's why I had to do it, essentially. And I'd like to be transparent about this because I just think, you know, I'm not the only one that's had generational trauma. Like I'm not the only victim of like childhood sexual abuse or like all of these horrible things. And so I hope when we talk about these things that it's something that can help you, you know, get bravery to seek therapy or whatever might help you. I was just at a place where, you know, I lost my coping mechanism that got me through the last 15 years. And it was hard. And it was more than just losing him. It was the way I lost him, which I'm not going into detail today or, you know, maybe someday. But it was just a very traumatic experience. And unfortunately, I suffer from PTSD. And so I get pretty gnarly flashbacks. And then that holding hands with my OCD that I'm also diagnosed with. The problem is your brain likes patterns when you have OCD. And so those flashbacks become this reoccurring, like slideshow in your brain that I have little to no control over. And it's brutal. And if you don't intervene, with like therapies and stuff like that, then who knows when it's going to stop. I'm doing better. Obviously I'm here. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't doing better, but it's still it's just raw. Like for lack of a better term, the way it was described to me was like my nervous system is so dysregulated. It's been dysregulated for years. I've been in fight or flight for years. And then my world kind of crashed around me. It was just, you know, the tipping point to everything. And then you lose regulation, and it's like trying to get an NBA player to play basketball with a broken leg. Like there's only so much I could handle, and we're working on regulating it. I'm doing lots of things. Like I said, I'm literally doing therapy from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day for the last month, and it's been beneficial, but it's also part of the process to learn how not broken you are, but how deep you put yourself in it, right? Like I've let my nervous system get this dysregulated by not taking care of myself. And so it's brutal. Like it's a lot of recovery, and it took me, you know, 30 years to get to this spot of dysregulation. And it's going to take me a little bit to get back to a healthier spot. But all of this to say, and you know, starting the podcast off with a rant, but I feel like whine about it. You guys deserve it. On Fear and I just made like 4 jokes, and then I was like, yep.
I heard you did a slideshow.
I did do a slideshow on Fear and yeah. I just, you know, I did. Like I said, I'm a professional masker, but sometimes I'll take the mask off, and I feel like Whine About It audience deserves that after, you know, 5 years of watching it all unfold and all that, you know, you guys are just so supportive, and this is a platform where we've talked about mental health before. And so I feel comfortable covering a little bit of it. Like I said, I'm not going into detail, but I just want to say thank you to Rae for holding down the fort for the last month and a half ish. Like it definitely was not, obviously she had to cover when, you know, I was going the initial, and then I didn't expect it to go longer, and you know, I didn't expect to go to a facility. It's just kind of what was needed and what happened. And so big thank you to Rae for holding down the fort. Big thank you to you guys who are watching for supporting Rae. Big thank you to freaking Lily and Foosley and Lud and
Caroline and Sam.
Yeah,
came
Caroline and
last
Sam.
week.
Yeah, I was gonna say who else came on. They all, without hesitation, filled in, and so
They
big,
definitely made it easier.
big thank yous to everybody. They helped so much.
I did have a hard week one week where I was like, maybe we go on hiatus. It's for me, it just doesn't feel right without you. Like
Right.
I
That's nice of
genuinely,
you.
I could not. Like if you wanted to quit, like I wouldn't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like I feel literally. I'm not gonna lie. I knew it was gonna be a freaking sad day, but for me, I'm so excited you're back. Like I'm so
it's not a
freaking-
sad day.
I'm
It's
so
not a sad
excited.
day.
It's a really great day. It's just I've been. It's hard to contain it because I just feel like there is no wine about it without you. Seriously, and even I don't even think I'd want to continue with a different pod. Like I feel like this is peak for me.
That's so nice.
I'm being so honest.
I
Like,
think
I'm not even trying to glaze you.
No, it's been over. I've been away from it all. I've done a few. Like I said, I have a really good therapist that I'm working with now, and I'm like really good team of therapists, obviously. And as I'm transitioning out, I have a very good plan, and like I'll be okay. I'll be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's just work in progress, but some of the things that have been exposures has been like spend some time online, right? Because whether we like to acknowledge it or not, and even if it's a part of the job or not, which I know, you take a job online, it is a part of the job. We do put up with some abuse. And I was not ready for that. I was not ready. And so it's been interesting to learn like the capacities of things that I can hold right now and just managing those things. And I'm figuring it out. And it's like I said, I have a really good team that's helped me figure it out. And it's all about repairing a broken bone that nobody can see. And that's what's hard. Like there's been so many times in therapy the past month where I'm like, I wish we could just x-ray it and like see like if it's healing. Like I wish it was a broken bone. So then like people could see you were in a cast and see like, unfortunately I'm at a place where I'm like, I'm having a lot of panic attacks. I'm having a lot of, I'm just dysregulated, but will get me regulated. But it's been just really kind. Everyone's been like too kind, too kind. Like seeing you, we were talking about it right before it started, but I went to a cake picnic yesterday for my birthday. Again, I'm on a weekend pass, so I leave Friday nights and then I have to go back tonight. And this is a Sunday, so, and I'll get out soon. But anyway, I've had these tickets for so long for this cake picnic for my birthday. And it's where you make a cake, you bring a cake, everyone brings a cake. And then they're like, okay, everybody go try each other's cakes. And you get to like slice up and whatever. And I was on maps to map to the place. And then I opened Find My Friends. And I saw Emily was like right there. And I was like, what the heck? And then I thought Emily Content Brain. I was like, I bet she like got tickets to the cake picnic. Like this seems like such an Emily thing to do. She didn't. But then we were done with the cake picnic and we needed to eat. And so we like walked around the corner and we were just like on top of them. And I was like, okay, let's go say hi to Emily.
Emily and Foosley were doing a
Emily
stream
and Foosley,
together.
They know what, I mean, there's been a few people who know where I've been. Also, there's like a lot of streamers that I share my location with. So they've seen it. I think they're like, where the hell is she? And then they start Googling the address. But it was they like both got like emotional to see me and it was very, very kind of them. I just like, I don't know. It's just.
The clip is
a
so
lot.
cute. Can we pull up Cutie's cake and also the clip of them reacting to seeing Cutie? Honestly,
I can give you I'll send you a picture of the cake.
I saw the clip and it was so wholesome and it was so crazy seeing you on screen because I feel like it's been so long since we've just seen you. And it just, I love that both the girls went to hug you first.
My mom has more followers than, oh my god.
Emily has food.
She's
in
always got
her
food in her mouth.
They're so funny.
This is actually insane.
She was so excited. You look so studious and motherly.
What does that mean? It's good. Where does
Aw.
Santa Monica Pier? we're shopping around here and eating. This is a complete coincidence. You guys just
They're so cute.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Actually, your
I
location.
was at the cake picnic and I was on my map and I was like, we're going straight to Emily.
Wait, oh my
And then
god!
we did the cake picnic and you were
They're so cute.
around the block and I was like, oh, we should go say hi.
I'm happy to see you. Hands off.
So cute. So cute. There's my cake.
It's so pretty. What
Yep.
kind of cake is it?
It was gluten-free. It was an almond poppy cake with an orange curd filling and then a mascarpone buttercream.
Do you think it was your favorite out of all of them?
Well, I'm gluten-free, so I could only, there was a table for
Oh, I
gluten-free.
see, I see.
It only had 3 cakes on it. So I do think mine was the best of the gluten-free cakes. Lud was able to have a few more
All of them,
slices of all
yeah.
the other stuff, but we learned a very important rule. It's 1 cake per ticket. So I brought a 2-tier cake
Oh.
and I was like, oh, that should cover, but that's 1 cake. So technically Lud wasn't supposed to like whatever, but then someone else, like he was supposed to be like, bye-bye, even though we bought a ticket because you're supposed to bring a cake no matter what. But then somebody else brought an extra cake. And so then they came and like hunted us down and they were like, oh, he's fine now, like, which was really nice of them.
That is so sweet.
But it's my fault for not reading the actual instructions.
It was
But
your birthday.
oops, my bad.
It's never your fault.
My bad. But yeah.
Wow. So, I was wondering about like the facility. Like, what if you break curfew? Like, what if you don't go?
If I don't go,
Yeah.
well then I'd be like, you'd get like in
Like,
trouble
you get in,
or like
actually
kicked out.
Oh,
Like,
they kick you
yeah,
out?
yeah. Like if
Oh
you're not
my
following the
God.
rules, you know, because
I was gonna say there's a dinner tonight, but it's past your curfew.
no, yeah, no, it's past my curfew. It's past my curfew.
No.
I have to go back. But
I saw
Soon.
that you've been getting more into basketball.
yes, I'm really into basketball. What do you mean you saw? You heard through the grapevine,
I heard
Ludwig?
actually yeah, I think you might have also texted me like your last
Oh,
message.
did I?
You gave like an update talking about how it's the only thing they were showing in the facility was the basketball
No,
games.
I mean there's like a few different TVs, but like I made a friend, and he loves basketball, and I used to love basketball. Like I used to follow it a lot. And the playoffs is the best time to get into basketball. If you're not a basketball fan, playoffs is so fun because it's just like quick games. You can understand the bracket. Like everyone's bringing their A game. And yeah, so I'm super into basketball again, which is fun. I've also been like, because I have a lot of like after 5 o'clock, essentially we have dinner, and then we have like it's all very structured, but I have like free time, but there's not a ton to do, especially because I'm like not going on the internet
Yeah.
and not working very much and stuff like that. But I've been like, there's a basketball hoop, so I've been learning how to dribble. So I've been shooting 20 free throws every day.
Wait.
So I'm
you're
gonna
a
be electric.
baller.
Yeah. There's also piano, so I've been learning some chords, and I'll like FaceTime Lily and I'll ask her questions.
Wait,
so-
that's so cute.
Yeah, so I've been, I'm getting new skills, expanding my neuroplasticity while you're trying to process trauma is good thing to do. So learning new skills, and there's also like a gym, so I've been doing that and doing a lot.
That's good. And you made friends?
I made some friends. It's hard not to. Because
there's
it's
nothing else to
like,
do
There's
there.
nothing else to do.
Like you
And
gotta talk.
we do a lot of group sessions.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, everybody's so nice. Everyone's got their own demons, but it's like, it's just crazy how kind everyone is. Cause I mean, everyone's going through their own shit, but, just everybody's so kind and everyone's so complimentary of each other. It seems like
Aw.
it's just like everyone's just the first, like whenever anyone brings up like a spiral or a doubt, there's somebody in the room that's like correcting them the way that we should correct ourselves, it's very funny, but it's, hopefully everyone will get the healing that they need. But
When are you clear? Like when can you come home?
next week.
Oh.
Next week. So
Is it like for sure? Or is it a
Yeah.
kind of taking it day by day kind of
No. I've decided because there was a point I was like dreading going home because there's Swift was like my shadow in every definition of the word. And so like the silence is loud. It's loud, loud, loud. Like the feeling of forgetting something all the time is loud. Like even coming here today. Like
No, I knew. I was thinking about that on the way here. I was like, man, I feel like it's gonna remind you.
yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's grief. I mean, that's grief. Every type of grief has a different level, but every grief you suffer is like another like wound you have to learn to live with, essentially. And there's nothing you can do to like heal it. That's the thing about grief that I think is widely misunderstood, is you can't make it go away, but you can learn how to live with it.
Yeah, how to live with it.
Yeah, you can't like, you know, on a Friday afternoon, if I get a whiff of my mom's old perfume, like that's gonna stir something inside of me. That's, you know, it's gonna happen. And yeah, I mean, I think everybody has different relationships with their pets, and Swift was my best friend. Like, I know, like, again, everybody has a very different relationship. My relationship with Swift was my best friend of 15 years. That was my safe space for 15 years. Like, that's a lot to lose. He was a lot to lose.
He's the love of your life.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, it's not okay, but
I mean,
I'll be okay. We'll be okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I don't know. Like we talked about this before, when I know when you're going through something really traumatic or something really difficult, I feel like even asking or even like saying, "Hey, how are you? Are you doing okay?" It's almost like a reminder. And I just know you've gotten so much of that this past month.
Yeah.
Like people checking in and sending flowers. And I know I went to visit you for one of the nights. That was a hard night.
It was a hard night.
It was a really hard night. And it just kind of, I think that was like the first time I've seen like real grief and trauma like impacting someone to a point of no return is what it felt like.
Yeah.
And I just genuinely I just didn't know how to help. And like even texting you, I wasn't sure, like, am I texting too much? Am I like not texting enough? Like, should I call more? Should I not call more?
You're fine. Don't take responsibility of like,
I mean, it's
you're
not
fine.
I know, but it's like, because people react to grief in different ways.
Yeah, and I think every like I said, every loss is different. Like, you know, I've unfortunately I've lost a lot of people in my life, and like everybody you meet is impactful, but this is probably second to my mother.
Yeah,
and again, it's the way it happened. Like, I know we're not stupid. We know dogs die. Like,
you guys don't understand. Like, I mean, maybe someone does understand, but I don't know. I feel like the way that you went into detail about it,
yeah,
that's probably like the most traumatic thing I feel like you can experience. Someone that you love so much passing away.
Yeah,
and this happens to a lot of people, and
yeah,
it's just the way it happened is so devastating.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to go through, and it's a lot to handle. And it's just like nothing in the world can make you feel better or fix it. Like, you can't just fix it.
You can't fix it. That's what's been, I think that's the most frustrating thing about like loss and grief, is hoping that it's a nightmare. And then it just isn't. It just isn't. And then you have nightmares. So I keep having nightmares and reliving it. And I keep having to wake up and then thinking, oh, that's just a nightmare. And then realizing that it is your reality. And And it's definitely because of I have compounded trauma. I have years and years and years of trauma. Like I know I've told many funny stories. I'm very lighthearted about the trauma, but unfortunately, like it is brutal.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's some hard stuff. And
comedy is coping sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just how you would, you know, move on from it a little bit, but you're not actually moving it on. I think it's more so just like shoving it down more.
yeah, I think
Not
that's
dealing
what
with
I've
it. You have to
done.
like face it,
Yeah.
which is what you've been doing the past month.
Yeah, I have, and we will get there. We'll get there. It's like I said, it's a slow journey. I think they say this in Alcoholics Anonymous a lot, which I'm not an alcoholic, but they say like, you know, it took you 13 years to go that far into the woods.
You have to go back.
You have to go back. Like it's not quick. It's also, I've learned it's not linear. I mean, obviously this is like, so I'm being a little forehead here. Like, oh, recovery's not linear. It's not. What they say is true. Some days are better than others. Especially like I said, like if you do your own research and you look up like a dysregulated nervous system, it's very much so like high highs, low lows, like not really high highs. Actually, I'll take that back. There hasn't really been any high highs, but like, it's just like everything is really intense. So I get overwhelmed much more easier than I have in the past. Like I don't have as much control, which is a scary thing for me. I'm learning how to regulate. I'm learning how to control, but something as simple as like a really like this is like LA, so this is a good example, like a really bumpy, loud, hot car ride, panic attack. Yeah. Like, you know, and stuff like normally, and I'm saying that because this has happened in the past like 3 weeks or whatever, when Lud came and picked me up for a weekend. But yeah, it's just interesting. But I have like, you know, I've got some coping skills and I've got some ways to pull me out of panic attacks now. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work as well. And, but it's just a work in progress, and mental health is a crazy thing. And if you've never experienced it, it's hard to like, you can have sympathy, but it's really hard to have empathy because you're like, what is going on in that head? Like
it's hard to understand if you don't experience something like it.
Yeah. But I also think those are the best people. It seems contradictory, but like Ludwig hasn't really suffered from anxiety. He's never suffered from depression. And he just, you know, he has a very regulated nervous system. And I couldn't like ask for better support during this. Like he's so patient. He's so like, I don't know. He's just
I've seen
incredible.
a new side to him this past month. This man, even we talked about when he was on the pod, but when I went to go visit Cutie for a night, he made chocolate covered strawberries. And this whole past month, he said that he's getting more into baking to try to like impress you and make you smile. And I know he mentioned taking you out for like a date weekend, and just like seeing him be with you during the cake festival thing yesterday. And it's so cool seeing how supportive he is, even though even I know that he doesn't experience any kind of trauma or depression. He's just the most golden retriever boy I've ever met.
Very, very like,
he's just like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Going with the flow.
One of the
guy.
most mentally stable people I've ever met in my entire life. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, I'll give a interesting vulnerable example, and I do feel comfortable talking about this, so don't worry. Of like you know, like negative self-talk. Like everybody, I assume if you guys clicked on today's episode, you knew this was going to be the mental health episode.
I mentioned that when you came back, I wasn't going to say a word. Everyone wants to hear from you.
Yeah.
You say whatever you want. Don't even worry about rambling. I think this is so important. And I think although it is super traumatic and what you're going through is horrible and it takes a lot of time and processing and learning and growing and all that, it's hard to talk about. This is helping a lot of people.
I hope so.
Absolutely. It it's
And again, I'm really
so-
nervous about it being sensationalized. So clipping channels, I'm looking at you. Please be respectful. An example of like, okay, everyone has like an inner critic, right? You have an inner critic. You have that thing when you look in the mirror and you're like, ugh, I freaking, you always talk about your eye bags, right?
Nah, let myself go.
Yeah, you're like, oh, whatever, you know. And sometimes that critic, that critic is usually there to protect you in some capacity, probably because you think if you point out your eye bags, then it's gonna hurt less if someone else points them out, right? Like, so it's like I already know they're there.
Soothing thing.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to have.
It's not.
But when you're really dysregulated, essentially you're letting like the most negative parts of your brain, which we all have, really take control in a way, because it's just trying to protect you from anything that can hurt you, right? Because like I've just experienced a lot of hurt in my life, and I have a lot of feelings. I have a lot of big feelings, and so I feel a lot. Like you know, I'm the type of person that literally sees like roadkill and has cried. Like it's just like I've got a lot of feelings, and what happened that was interesting that it was like a learning that I had to take back. So the first week I didn't get, essentially you have to like earn a weekend pass, you know, like you have to you know, show that you can handle a weekend pass. Plus it's part of my therapy to have exposure to like the empty house and and a lot of things, which I won't get into detail, but I the first weekend back was just one night, and that's where I got, like I said, I had like 3 or 4 panic attacks. It was the first coherent time. I mean, even when you came and visited me at the house directly after losing him, it's like amnesia, right? Like it's like, it was just, if I wasn't sobbing, I was sleeping. Like it was a lot. And so so last weekend was my first full weekend pass, which Rae was like, no, you're not coming on the pod. We're gonna, she's like, I'm giving you an extra week, which is very nice of her. I did do FilmyRae, and I'm actually really grateful that we did it that way. I think it was good because of the 2 podcasts, I've been very vocal. FilmyRae's the easy one.
Yeah.
FilmyRae is the easy one.
There's more hosts.
There's more hosts. We don't talk about real shit. Like we just don't. Like
it's boy shit. Like here I feel like it's more, you know, it gets deeper here sometimes.
Yeah. And so over there we'll talk about fucking like
dicks
and
that's about
they're
it.
trying to suck each other off and stuff like that. It's different vibes. So
different.
It's like that was a good like baby step into like being perceived again. And so thank you again. I'll thank you for the next forever. But on Saturday, we went to an estate sale, which is like, estate sales are things I like. I like going to estate sales. And we went to Aaron Paul's estate sale.
Whoa, the guy from Breaking Bad?
Yeah. So there's a misconception about estate sales where people think that it's just people that have died. It can be people that have died, and then people will think it's really depressing. And it used to be. I used to go to estate sales and I'd find myself like crying. Like I'd be like, this is so sad. Like everyone just trying to get a bargain on someone's lifelong memories. But then I had like this shift in my brain. This was like a few months ago where I decided it's actually like beautiful that you get to like walk through this museum of this person's life, and then like parts of them are going to so many different places and they're gonna like live on compared to just like being in a landfill. Like I actually think estate sales are beautiful.
Yeah, it's like they're carrying on the memory.
But like Aaron Paul, he was just moving, and that happens a lot. Like rich people move and they just hire a company that hosts an estate sale because they don't call it like a yard sale. And then there's like people there doing it, you know, and it's just like a way to like not have to move stuff, or if people are going to like I've been to a lot of estate sales where they're like an older couple and they're explicitly downsizing, and so they've got to get rid of a lot of furniture and a lot of stuff. Sorry, my straps are all twisted. So we go to Aaron Paul's estate sale, and there's like, and we're just like looking around, and there's not a ton of stuff that I'm like interested in. And that's another cool thing about estate sales is like sometimes you're just going to like see a really beautiful house or like pretty things, but like it's too expensive or like nothing's calling to you or whatever. And I go over and they have this first edition Peter Pan book.
Oh, cool.
So cool, right? And I'm like looking it up, and it's like worth a lot. It's a first edition Peter Pan. And they have it listed for $850. And I was like, I am not buying that. Like, I'm not going to spend $850 on that. Like, it's fine. And then I keep looking at it though. And then I like leave and I go back and I look at the book again, and I'm like Googling, you know, and doing stuff like that. This lady comes over and she's like, you're the first person that I've seen like really care about that book. And I was like, oh yeah, I love Disney. I love Peter Pan. Like I love, you know, I have one of the original like Disney Peter Pan advertisement posters at my house. Like I love Peter Pan. Also, Peter Pan was an adaptation from Disney. It's not the original. But she was like, oh, I'll sell it to you for $100. And I was like, great. Awesome. Of course. Right?
Deal.
What a deal. Like she was like, I'll give it to you for $100. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. And usually if you go like a second day of an estate sale, you can like kind of haggle or get better deals. But this was like the first day and only like the first few hours. So it's crazy that she did that. Like it was actually like really kind. And so I buy this book. I'm like so excited. But then when we were in the kitchen earlier, we had seen this oil lamp. It was really cool. And you know, I like host a lot of dinners. It was like this oil lamp, and it was big, and it was for $150, and it had like a copper base. And I was like, that's kind of expensive. Like, I don't know if that's worth it. And then we're about to leave, and Lud was like, oh, do you want to look at that lamp? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot, because I just got caught up in the book and whatever. And so we go back to the kitchen. I set my book down. I'm looking at the oil lamp. I'm Google image reverse searching it. It's worth $1,300 new, and they're selling it for $150. It's like really cool.
Discounted
so
stuff.
I'm like, wow, like maybe I should buy it. And then I'm like, will I actually use it? Do I know how to work it? You know? So I'm like picking it up. I'm like looking at the switch. I'm like, how do you work this thing? Like it's pretty big and it's like heavy. It's really nice. And I turn it to look at like where you fill in the oil, and all the oil comes pouring out on top of my Peter Pan book.
You're joking.
No.
Cutie?
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say add that to the trauma list, but I don't know if it's appropriate or not.
Well, and that's the thing is like normally something like that would happen, and I would probably be like, like what a doofus, right? Like, oh my gosh, I'm such a bozo. Like, what? Like, duh. Like you know,
of course.
Yeah, of course, you know, like, and then you'd be like over it. But because, like I said, my nervous system is just so dysregulated, and like the inner critic in me is just so vocal, the first thing out of my mouth without skipping a beat, and even saying this out loud, it's like, wow, why are you like, because you wouldn't let any of your friends like talk to themselves this way. It's like, why are you talking to yourself this way? Why are you saying these things? Without skipping a beat, my natural response was like, I ruin everything. Like I just said that, like I looked at, and there's like oil everywhere, and I'm trying to clean it up, and I'm just like, I look at Lud, and I'm like, I ruin everything I touch. Everything I touch, I just ruin it. And he's like, it's okay, you know, and we're like trying to clean it up, and I was just like, and he's like, do you still want the lamp? And I'm like, I just want to get out of here. Like, I'm just so overwhelmed at this point. And like, we get all the oil cleaned up and like put it away or whatever. And then I'm like, you know, leaving with my oil covered book, and I'm just like, and it's just like heavy. Like it shouldn't, like small things like accidents, mistakes, like they shouldn't weigh on you.
Yeah, it shouldn't add that much.
Yeah, but it's just compounded with like Swift and this and that, and
it's like everything that
the
happens
internet,
is
like,
the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah, and so it's just like, it's just, you know, and it's just like such a little thing, and it's like, wow, that typically would not affect me so fully, but it did. I was stuck in it. I was stuck in feeling like my Midas touch was misery, and it's just like, it was awful. That's an awful feeling, right? But it's good that like I experienced that, because then I was able to go back on Monday and was like, or on Sunday night, but Monday is when therapy starts, and like be like, hey, why is this happening? Like, why is it so heavy? Why is that? Why? Like, I don't understand it, because my nervous system has never been this shot. So it was interesting, and it turns out that it's just because that's what's driving me right now. That's what's driving my car, is just those overprotective parts of you that, surprisingly, a lot of people hear about their inner critic, like your inner critic, and you're like, that's not a protector, but it is. Like it is. It's trying to, because if I genuinely believe that everything I touch I ruin, then I'll stop touching stuff, and then I'll stop feeling like I ruin everything, right? And so it is this part of me that's trying to protect me, but it also doesn't realize that it's like, so it's like trying to figure out how to let the parts of you that are kinder to you take over. But I mean, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot.
There's a lot.
It comes naturally to a lot of people. And if it does, that's incredible. I am jealous of you. Happy for you. But yeah, it's been an interesting learning journey. That's all
So
I can say.
what are things you're looking forward to when you are back home and getting back in the groove of things? Because you said you have a plan.
You have to have like a plan to leave. So whenever you're at like a facility, you have to have like an exit plan. That's like, you know, not as high level care. So there's other options. Like there's these options called like IPO. They're like outpatient programs where you go to a place for like 5 hours a day and then you go home or whatever. I chose not to do one of those. I chose to just do more therapy with my current therapist, and then probably like a ancillary therapist is what you call it. Like an additional therapist that specializes in like trauma specific, whatever. Cause unfortunately, like, again, I've got a lot of unresolved stuff from childhood. Like, you know, it's just stuff that you don't realize affects you. And I think we really downplay even like, and again, I know it's a part of the job, but we downplay the impact of like abuse from the internet. And I think like being misunderstood is something that humans in general are not good at handling, and to the level of a megaphone that at times we have to deal with. And especially, you know, this past year has not been kind to the perception of myself or you, or, you know, like I
think we have to.
It's a lot.
We tend to downplay it because it does come with a sense of privilege where, oh, we know like we're very lucky to have these jobs. We know how lucky we are. And so when we feel these feelings, it feels like we have to suppress them, because at the end of the day, people are going to look at us and be like,
and we signed up for it. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Like we're choosing this, and how dare you feel that way. Yeah, no, it's,
but
we downplay it a lot.
unfortunately,
It does affect you.
It does affect you. And when you have like these, you know, critics running your body, what's directly feeding them is that stuff, even if it's not true. Like I am like a very caring person. I'm like very, very empathetic. I'm very caring. I'm very like, God, I've put other people before myself 1,000 times. Like I've bit my tongue 1,000 times. Like for every time I haven't bit my tongue, I promise you there's a million times I have, like, you know, and it's just hard to constantly be told otherwise. And then those parts of you, they're just getting fed constantly. And then eventually, you're going to believe it. Like, you're just going to believe it.
Yeah.
If someone tells you that the sky is purple enough times, you're going to believe it.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, wait, maybe my perception of blue was wrong. Maybe I'm colorblind. Like if everybody in your, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, yes, it's like sometimes, you know, if everywhere you go smells like shit, check your shoe. Like I know that's a saying, but other times I would say, like the internet, it's just like abusive. Like it's just bullying with a megaphone, and it's like
place. I do feel like it's a place where a lot of people just, they let out their emotions. They don't care about how they're affecting others. People are lying constantly and just saying whatever.
Well, and that's stuff that makes them feel better too. Like, you know, and so
like it's a coping way for them as well. Like hurt people hurting others anonymously online is also them running away from their own personal issues.
Yeah, the empathetic person in me sees that. I'm like, oh gosh, that must have made them feel good in the moment, but my God, does it make me feel sad? You know, and so I think that's another thing is I'm like rebuilding my personal relationship with the internet and figuring out how to make that genuinely healthy. Because it just hasn't been. I think most of us it hasn't been, but most of us, maybe not most of us, a lot of streamers that I know, they have a regulated nervous system, so it doesn't impact them as much. Or they have self-esteem that can counteract that or whatever. And I don't have those things right now. So
I do feel like a lot of people we know have taken steps back off the internet or steps off of even Twitter. I think Twitter is like the worst one for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so I don't even see anyone we know ever tweeting again. Like everyone's kind of like
no one's really tweeting stuff.
focusing on real life a little bit more and distancing themselves from, because it
That is
just,
true. If you go on your following, it's never like so and so tweeting a funny thing off. Like it's just like
no one just yaps the way they used to.
Yeah, everyone's.
Which is, it's sad, but at the same time, it is encouraging people to, you know, recognizing that a lot of it is for clicks, a lot of it's bait, a lot of it is just for engagement, and focusing more on what's important, which is real life hobbies and real life things, which I know that you're doing. Ludwig's been doing.
Yeah.
Which I think is so cute that you guys are both like focusing more on hobbies and stuff, which is so sweet. Oh, I started a book club.
Oh yeah.
I'm on page 24 still.
Wait
It's been like 4 weeks.
Okay. Do tell.
Wait, what?
You're only 24?
Yeah, I'm saving it. I have to go to France.
Oh, when?
I'm going to Cannes.
Oh,
Cannes.
the film festival?
I have a
Wow.
speech.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah, it's high studio stuff. So
Okay.
I have an interview, and so I'm excited to go. We're focusing more on like film stuff because of high.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I have to go. And so I was thinking, I was like, I'm just gonna binge this entire book on the way there and on the way back. That's my plan. With the audiobook and the physical book, I can't get distracted. That's my plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
When do you do that?
I believe I
don't even know
leave
when
on the
Cannes
20th.
is. It's Cannes Film Festival.
Cannes.
Cannes?
It can.
Cannes?
I always
I don't know.
mispronounce it. Can. Dude, it was so embarrassing. I
What?
was watching Summer Games Fest. You know how that just came out this past week? And there's a game with Snoop Dogg and Tupac. And I'm like, oh, that's Tupac. A few people came at me and they were like, bruh, after you said that, it like hurt me to my soul. I was like, well, I mispronounce everyone's name and I'm so sorry. I'm just so illiterate.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it was very embarrassing. But yeah,
Yeah,
which is crazy. How do you feel about that? They have
Ludwig told me about that. Will you re-explain it to me?
so there's this Japanese game,
Okay.
a Yakuza game coming
Yeah.
out. It has Snoop Dogg in it. It was like, okay, cool. He's got a feature, whatever. He's everywhere,
Yeah.
all at once, everything.
Somehow, yeah, Snoop Dogg's like PR team, incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff.
And they, at the very end of the trailer, it shows that Tupac is also in it. And it's a little, at first it's like, whoa, that's crazy. And then it's like, whoa, yeah, this is him in the game. And but he's like, he's not here to approve this, you know? Like, how
So
do
I
you?
assume his like family estate approved it.
I mean, I don't
I
know what goes
assume.
behind like approving someone's likeness
That
in
is
a
so
game or
strange.
a show. But
And I assume they're going to use his voice, like AI, right?
yeah, maybe. Like, I don't. It made me think
Why
about
is Tupac
how
at a? Why is he hanging out? What? I've got
in
so many
Japan.
questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think people are gonna. People were excited, and I think people are gonna play it out of curiosity and
Yeah.
like how is this gonna work? Is it gonna be like AI entirely, or what's going on here? But yeah, this happened, and it made me think about how.
When does the game come out?
Can we look that up as
Me?
well?
I love Tupac.
Are you gonna play it?
I'm maybe. I do love Tupac. I will say all of my like the gym there. There's like part of your therapy is personal training
Yeah.
because moving your body is really good for your mental
Yeah.
health.
Mhm.
And so it's the speakers. He always asks me what I want to listen to, and I always say 90s hip hop because I love 90s hip hop.
Mhm.
And so it's been a lot of Tupac, which is
But
just
that's
always
crazy timing.
I know.
'cause he has a
It is
game
funny,
coming out.
but you know, there's always people. Tupac he wasn't the best guy, unfortunately.
I feel like I'd recognize songs if I heard them,
Oh,
but
definitely.
I don't know a whole lot about Tupac lore.
Okay.
January 15th next year.
Wow. Okay.
This game is coming out, set in Japan.
How interesting.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a lot of games coming out.
Anything exciting?
There's so many. Did you ever play Until Dawn?
Nope.
Okay, Until Dawn 2 is coming out.
Okay.
New Resident Evil Revelations. It's not a remake, is it?
Code Veronica.
Code Veronica. That's right. Revelations
But you've
is
played
Final
all the
Fantasy
Resident
7.
Evils, right?
Yeah. So I'll be
Okay.
playing this one.
Resident Evil does have a game called Revelations.
That's yeah, I'm confused because Final Fantasy 7, they also announced their final part as well. That's called Revelations. And then Resident Evil also has a spin-off game called Revelations, but their new game is called Veronica, and that's coming out. But there's Among Us also has a show coming out. You didn't watch it? There's a
No.
lot. There's a lot that's happening. What else? I'm trying to think of a game that maybe Cutie would like.
New Halo.
There's a new Halo?
Halo 1 remake.
Remake.
Oh.
3 new missions.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
We should play that.
Halo 1 remake, 3 new missions?
Are we playing Halo today?
Maybe.
Well, wait, we are not gonna have time.
Depends on our curfew.
But we can do it tomorrow or the next day.
Well, I'm not out.
Do you bring your PC then?
When I'm out, we can do
They
it.
should allow you to have a PC. Okay, true. That
Yeah.
that is the craziest like cliffhanger ever. Us beating
I
the
know.
final game.
Sorry, guys.
It's kind of crazy how that worked out. Scootish has secrets. He said he did something special. How are you doing on time, anyways?
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We got this and we got the Patreon episode.
Mm-hmm.
And should be, as long as we roll stuff, we should be able to do another confessions, and then we'll just have to have coordinated gaming, which is
Yeah.
fine because I think the last level is going to take us
A while.
an hour anyway, so it'll make up for 2 episodes. But sad, Swift never got to see the end of Halo, so that's kind of sad.
Halo's canceled.
He could have just said he didn't want to watch it.
It is far too soon for you to
could've-
be doing jokes like this. I refuse to laugh at these jokes. Okay, so before we run off to Patreon, we have a few minutes left. I want to know what are your favorite things that you've learned from this facility and therapy? Like what are some words of wisdom to those that might be going through the same things that you've experienced? Like what has helped you the most? Because you said that you've learned some new coping mechanisms.
Yeah. They're different. I mean, grounding is a thing that I've gotten really, really good at when I'm in an active panic attack. Which I know it's so funny. All of these things, if you've had mental health struggles in your life, you've probably heard them 1,000 times. You've probably heard meditate. You've probably heard go for a run. You've heard these things, and you're like, shut up, it doesn't work. Unfortunately, they do work. They just take time. Like you just have to like get good at them. Even if you start with like doing 30 seconds of meditation and work your way up to 10 minutes, that's coming from someone. Meditation has yet to work for me. I have not practiced it enough.
Meditation's hard.
It's hard.
Especially when you have ADHD.
But there's been 2 things that have helped me a lot. One of them being grounding, and I've gotten really good at it. You do seem like a crazy person. But that first day when I got back to the house and I had a lot of panic attacks, walking. You need to walk while you do it is what I've learned. So separate yourself from wherever you've had the active panic attack, and it's hard in the moment because you feel like you are dying. So this is coming. Hey, you're coming from someone currently institutionalized. But take my advice. It's hard. You feel like you're actively dying because you're having a panic attack. Separate yourself from the room it started in. Number 1, if you can, go outside. Go outside, walk. Apparently, the rhythm of walking is very similar to the rhythm of rocking a baby. It's very similar to the rhythm of your mother walking when you're in the womb, and you have a somatic response that starts calming you down subconsciously, whether you want it to or not. So start walking when you're having a panic attack, even if you feel like you're going to pass out, which believe me, I'm the one gripping onto Ludwig saying, I'm going to fall over. I can't breathe. My panic attacks are gnarly. They're gnarly. And then choose a color, any color, whatever. And while you're on this walk, 7 blue things and say them out loud. So literally, I'm not kidding you. Usually it starts like, I literally sound like this. I'm like, blue car. Like that's how bad it is. Like it's like, and then blue flower. Like that's what it sounds like. Like I'm actively having a panic attack. But by the time you get to 2 purple things, you are able to be like, 1 purple flower, 1 purple t-shirt on that person. So you start at 7 with any color, and then you go to 6, any color. Just don't repeat your color. So it's just like whatever color comes to mind. So it's like 7 blue things, 6 yellow things, 5 orange things. If you need structure, you can just do the rainbow, obviously, Roy G. Biv, if you want. Purple is always the hardest to find. Pink is also kind of hard to find. You do that until you get to 1. And then usually when you're on like 1 yellow thing, you've regulated enough that you're not hyperventilating anymore. So that's a big one. I've also learned a really interesting one that I didn't think would help me, but it helped me last night. I was having a hard time last night, where it's just awareness of thoughts. It's a type of mindfulness practice. If you've never heard about mindfulness, it's like cognitive behavioral therapy type of maybe it's not, maybe it's its own therapy. Regardless, a lot of therapies reference mindfulness. Mindfulness is letting a thought exist and not being reactive to it, which is really hard when you have body or physical anxiety like myself. I feel a lot of symptoms in my body, like my feet will be numb. And it's really hard not to attach a thought to that. And then when I do attach a thought to that, it becomes a cycle, and it's really hard to jump. It's really hard to calm yourself down once it starts running. But a really interesting thing that was taught to me that I still don't understand, I know it's a type of mindfulness, it started to work, is just you can do it with your eyes open or your eyes closed. I've noticed it helps me more when your eyes are closed. But the second you feel a thought, or you think a thought, you literally say like awareness of thought. And then you feel something in your body, awareness of body. You hear a sound, awareness of sound. And then eventually you'll get to awareness of silence when nothing's going on. And so it literally sounds like this. Like it's crazy. Like the practice is this, and you can do it for a minute. You can do it for 5 minutes. You can do it whatever, like literally closing my eyes. Awareness of thought. Awareness of thought. Awareness of body. Awareness of thought, awareness of body. Oh, you also have to work in awareness of breath. So when you ramp up too much, like if I start going too fast, I have to go awareness of breath, awareness of sound, awareness of thought, awareness of body, awareness of silence, awareness of sound, awareness of thought. So usually like once you have awareness of sound or body, usually thought comes right after it, of course, because you're like, what was that sound? Is Scootish okay? Like, was it a car outside? Was it a dog bar? There's a dog okay? And like, so you just are saying these things, but it doesn't let you react.
So grounding.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I've never heard of that one. That's so good.
Was rolling my eyes at it at first, and a lot of things you will learn. Sometimes you'll roll your eyes at it, but especially I've noticed with my body anxiety is, like I said, I have a lot of physical symptoms. So I'll say like awareness of body, because I'll feel something in my body, and then it'll be like awareness of thought, awareness of thought, awareness of thought, awareness of thought, and then I have to go to awareness of breath, awareness of sound, and it just kind of restarts you. Because like I said, I can get very cyclical, but it kind of puts a space between you and your thoughts in a way that a lot of mindfulness practices haven't worked for me. Mindfulness is usually a type of meditation where you're like, okay, picture your thought like a cloud floating through the sky. Nothing is attached to it. It's just moving. Every thought you have is just moving, or it's a leaf in a river. Like these are, if you've done a lot of therapy, these are things you've heard before. But this awareness thing it's de-escalated me a few times. So it's as silly as it sounds, because I say that because it sounded silly to me when I first did it. It's got some legs. So that, and they have like a somatic therapist that I've learned some really interesting things I didn't know to like calm down your vagus nerve, which is my vagus nerve is pretty much fried because I've been in, how it's been explained to me, I've been in fight or flight since I was 6 years old. And you have this window of tolerance where most people live. You live in this window of tolerance. Something crazy happens to you. You don't have a panic attack. You're just like, oh my God, that was crazy. You might cry, you might whatever, but then you're able to self-regulate. Once you're outside of that window of tolerance, that's when you end up having hyper reactions, which is the anxiety, or hypo reactions, which is dissociation, which I've had both, which is interesting. So essentially years of not taking care of this trauma and not like truly figuring out how to regulate my nervous system has put me in both fields of outside of the window of tolerance. And so like, doing a warm shower, but then making it cold at the end helps your vagus nerve like reset. So it's like small things like that are like, it's good to help you, essentially, is what I'm learning. So we'll see. But yeah,
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm happy you're back.
I'm back for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. But no pressure if you need more time.
There's no pressure.
No
Everything's
pressure.
fine. Just know Rae has been doing her best and we appreciate that. And everyone's been so kind to her. So thank everyone. I think you're officially the mother, not the stepmother anymore. So congratulations.
It still feels like that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if that feeling will ever go away. But yeah, no, it's been nice. Everyone has been kind and welcoming and caring.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time we move over to the Patreon.
We're
Do you
gonna
have
go to
any
Patreon.
final words for the main episode?
Nope.
Nope.
Just thank you guys for the support. And again, when I'm ready, I'll go into more detail. I'll probably do like a video on my channel just to like, I don't know. I've been a mental health advocate since I've started this journey online. And I've shied away from it a few times because I didn't have the capacity to handle the microscope that comes with being vocal about having mental health issues. And so I'm being as responsible as I can be for myself right now with what I'm like willing to talk about. But I will eventually talk about it in a normal cutie way because I know I'm a little robotic right now. I'm a little rusty.
I can tell you're being very careful.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared. Online is scary. It's, it's a trigger, unfortunately. It's, and I know the usual, well, don't get a new job then, I love it. I love it. I love the community I've created. I love our audience. I love my job. I'm so lucky to have my job. And it's
when it leaves that our community.
Yeah,
when it
exactly.
goes outside of the bubble to people that don't care, people that are just,
cynical. Yeah.
Yeah, just you know how it goes.
Yeah.
But
So
we're very happy to be here.
yeah,
and very
we're
grateful.
happy to be here.
community we
And it's going to be a journey. So thank you all
buckle
for
up.
bearing with me. I know. Who knew? No one expected that.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for everything. And we'll see you next week or on the Patreon.
See ya.
Bye.